and welcome to the Appointments Committee for the City Council meeting for Tuesday, July 19th. Members present tonight, myself, Amy Green, Councillor Sam Squalia, and Councillor Marcus Di Natale joining us on Zoom. Before us tonight, we have several new appointments, the first being a new appointment to the Fitchburg Historical Commission, term to expire July 1st, 2025, and that's for Mr. Andrew Laspati. Andy, do you want to come up to the podium?
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for wanting to commit to do this. We welcome you. We've worked together on at the Historical Board, so thanks for bringing your attention to detail and your knowledge to the board.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. Yeah, I have applied to be a member of the Fitchburg Historical Commission. For the past 4 years, I've been volunteering at the Fitchburg Historical Society, and I know Susan Navarre's been a great leader for me and has recommended me to come and apply for this position. And I'm born and raised in Fitchburg, graduated from Fitchburg High in 1975. And I've been a member of Faith United Church and now Rosestone Church. Familiar with those historical buildings.
Right, long history there.
Long history in both buildings.
Oh.
And looking forward to preserving and promoting Fitchburg's history, its
Good.
buildings and its artifacts.
Yeah, happy to work with you on this board as well. Any questions from our board members? Councillor Squire.
Just to thank you for serving on our historical commission and helping to be a steward of our historical buildings here in Fitchburg. And if there's anything that the city council can ever do to help the historical commission, please bring that to us.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor.
Move to approve the appointment.
Do I have a second?
Second.
From Councillor Di Natale. All those in favor?
Aye.
Granted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, to the Zoning Board of Appeals, term to expire January 1st, 2025, Mr. Eric Chartrand. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. Good to
Good.
be here.
Are you excited about this?
Yeah. I was lucky enough to find a spot on the ZBA. When I left, I had mentioned to a couple people here, I had mentioned to Mike O'Hare, maybe going to planning or zoning. When I left Fitchburg, I used to be a building inspector here. For those of you who don't know that, I was here for 3 years. I went to Townsend, the building commissioner there currently. That's why I'm wearing the shirt, because I came directly from work. Tuesday's my late night. But yeah, I wanted to get involved. The city of Fitchburg's been great to me ever since I moved here. I'm from Gardner originally. My wife's from Fitchburg. Fitchburg's taken me under their wing and was really great to me. So hopefully I can give back a little bit.
Happy to have you back in town.
Yeah, I'm still in town. I just don't work here.
Yeah. Any questions from Councillor Squalia?
Thank you, Eric, for volunteering to serve on our zoning board. It's nice to have someone with such extensive knowledge of the code in Massachusetts and our zoning code. So thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah, all right.
I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Granted. Thank you. Next, for the Zoning Board of Appeals, term to expire October 1st, 2023, that's Mr. James Reynolds. Hi, Mr. Reynolds.
Good evening.
Wow, do you know what you're in for? Right.
I do know what I'm in for. I've had some, first of all, I was honored to be asked to fill an open position. I've spent some time on the board in the past. I know that zoning changes, but the spirit behind zoning doesn't change, which is trying to do, find that balance of doing the right thing for the applicants against the laws that we have in the books, and trying to get to a good judgment, a fair judgment, by all. So this position kind of is a nice balance for me, because I believe it expires early, which means that it's a non-permanent position, and it allows me to participate to the extent that I can. Mm-hmm. And I'm always very interested in helping out Fitchburg as much as I can.
Great, thank you. Nice to have you on board. Councillor Squalia.
Thank you for your willingness to serve as well. And I know sometimes the zoning board can be a long board to be on. And so thank you very much for doing that. And I appreciate your statement very much of trying to find a balance for the benefit of the whole while also looking at the needs of the individual properties.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Move to approve the appointment.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
So granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to bop down to the Conservation Commission, term to expire August 1st, 2025, for Ms. Joyce Jacobs. Hello,
Good evening.
welcome.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm interested in the position that is currently open on the Conservation Commission. I'm a lifelong resident of Fitchburg, actually been an outdoor enthusiast and conservationist actually all my life. I have been involved with the Conservation Commission in the last couple of years and seen the work that they do and was very impressed by their concerns for our environment and water quality in our town. So that got me interested. I've also been part of the Massachusetts Fish and Wildlife Program, becoming an outdoorswoman, so it just seems to all fit, and I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Great, thank you. Mr. Donnelly, I see that you're here. Do you have anything to add or comment on? Yeah.
If you were to appoint Joyce Jacobs on the Conservation Commission, it would be the best move you made tonight.
I think he exaggerates a little.
Well, we know he exaggerates a lot, so no, we are happy to have you, and it's an important that we preserve and protect the resources that we can. That's important to us.
Exactly, yes.
Councilor Squalia.
Thank you, Joyce, for willing to serve on our Conservation Commission. I really appreciate the write-up that you did in your resume, you know, the extensive interest that you have in outdoors and what you noted about, you know, running the outdoors woman's with the state of Massachusetts, and I found that fascinating.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your involvement and your volunteer interest. And if there's anything the City Council can ever do, please reach out.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Move to approve the appointment.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Councilors,
Granted.
thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Now we'll move on to our full-time student police officers for the Fitchburg Police Department. Tonight we have Kyle Batalis, Sean McHugh, Florencia Rivas, Krish Kukla, and Travis Mercadali. Welcome,
Good evening,
Chief.
councilors. Good evening.
Another great night.
Yes, it is. And first of all, congratulations to all the new appointments and the reappointments this evening. Mr. Donnelly, I disagree, but thank you for expressing your opinion. First of all, it's my privilege tonight to present for consideration the following 5 names: Kyle Batalis, Sean McHugh, Florencia Rivas, Chris Kolka, and Travis Marcaldi. All 5 are current residents of Fitchburg, and each brings a unique set of skills for policing in today's age. Each candidate has completed all the requirements set forth by the Massachusetts Civil Service Commission and the Massachusetts Police Officers Standards and Trainings Committee. Also, all have successfully completed our department's rigorous internal requirements. Mr. Batalis. Mr. Batalis is a lifelong resident of Fitchburg. He's a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. He graduated from Monty Tech in 2015, and he is currently working with his family's local business. Mr. McHugh, also a lifelong resident, a graduate of St. Bernard's High School in 2015, and is a recent graduate of Fitchburg State University. Mr. McHugh is currently attending the MPTC-approved academy at Fitchburg State and is slated to graduate at the end of this summer. Ms. Rivas. Ms. Rivas moved to Fitchburg in 2015 after moving with her family from Uruguay. In 2016, she graduated from Fitchburg High School, and in 2018, graduated from Mount Wachusett, and she continues to pursue her degree at Fitchburg State University in criminal justice. Ms. Rivas has been employed by the Fitchburg Police Department since April of 2021 as a police dispatcher. Mr. Kukla was drawn to Fitchburg by Fitchburg State University, where he graduated in 2015. He later went on to receive his master's degree from Northeastern University a year later. Mr. Kulka is also a veteran of the United States Marine Corps Reserve. Born and raised in Boston, Mr. Kulka now calls Fitchburg home. He currently works as an analyst with Mentor Network out of Dedham. Mr. Malcati, a lifelong resident of Fitchburg, graduated from Fitchburg High School in 2018. He is a recent graduate of Fitchburg State University's Criminal Justice Program. Mr. Malcati, like Mr. McHugh, is currently attending the MPTC Academy at Fitchburg State University. Mr. Malcati comes from a family embedded to service to the city of Fitchburg, with his father working at the police department and his mother a member of the school department. One last thing I'd like to point out about Mr. Malcati. Many of you are aware of our junior police academy. This would be the first full-time police officer that graduated from our junior academy. Quite an accomplishment, since this is our 12th year as a junior academy. If all approved this evening, this is bringing a unique set of skills to the Fitchburg Police Department in a time where it's extremely challenging to recruit and retain people in law enforcement. What I'm presenting to you tonight is an exceptional group of candidates that have been vetted out by my department. I would like to thank Captain Giannini and Sergeant Raboyne for bringing the best possible candidates for your attention, for your consideration, and I hope you feel the same way. I'm open to any questions at this point.
Chief, I would just like to, again, commend you and your whole department on the effort to bring forward qualified candidates and candidates of all different backgrounds and all different genres. So I appreciate that we have another young woman joining our force, and so many young people taking the spots of retirees and filling in the gaps. So again, continue the great effort and work that you're doing to always present very well qualified people who, quite frankly, not easy to take on the challenge of wanting to become a police officer. So I commend every one of you for wanting to do that and to stand by the city of Fitchburg, you know, not only as your home, but as a community of people that you will protect every day. So I commend your effort and look forward to the appointment. Councilor Squalia?
Thank you. Thank you all for being willing to serve the city of Fitchburg with honor and respect. We appreciate it. I do have one question for you, Chief. There are two of our candidates are going to be immediately a student police officer, and the other three will be starting in September. Can you explain more?
Sure, I can. So two of them are currently enrolled at the MPTC-approved academy at Fitchburg State. They're graduates of Fitchburg State. They're part of the 4+1 program up there. So they started the academy approximately 2 months ago. They're set to graduate at the end of the summer. So they will be joining the department right away, entering their field training program, which lasts 12 weeks. The other three student officers will be attending the Randolph Police Academy.
The Randolph?
Randolph, which begins in September, and they will be at the Randolph Academy for approximately 24 weeks, and then they will come to us and enter their field training state, which will last 12 weeks.
Fantastic.
Any other questions from members? Councilor Di Natale.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just wanted to first thank Mr. Battles and Mr. Kulka on their former military service to the nation and to the city. Thank you, gentlemen, for that. Thank you to Ms. Rivas for her service to the city so far as a dispatcher. And welcome to the other two gentlemen, Mr. McHugh and Mr. McCaldy, for their willingness to serve this city. Thank you to all for your willingness to serve this city. Just know that the city of Fitchburg prides itself on having a diligent and prideful police force. And in my 15 years of experience here, we hold our police department to high standards, and we back our police department. And so you will certainly get support from me, and I'm certain from all councilors and the mayor. We support our police officers very strongly, so this is a great department to work for and a great city to work in and on behalf of. So thank you all for your willingness to serve. We can't get you on the streets fast enough. We know the process takes a long time, but got to start somewhere, and this is where it starts. So thank you all, and be safe, and thank you for your service to us.
Move to approve the appointments.
I have Counselor Kuchar who just wants to have a question.
I will be brief, thank you. I'd like to thank you, Chief, for, a great selection of people for our police force. Just stay safe out there, guys, and I appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Move to approve the appointments.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion
Move
to
to
adjourn?
adjourn.
Second.
All right. Motion adjourn